Hi friends, this is Dr. Abdequaem Chimthanawala. Today, 10th April, midnight, we celebrate the birth anniversary of the Father of Homoeopathy, that is Dr. Frederich Samuel Hahnemann. Let us first see the life of a master, then I'll add some interesting things from our master's life. So, the birthplace of Hahnemann was in Germany, a village called Meissen. His grandfather's name was Christoph Hahnemann. His father's name was Christian Gottfried Hahnemann. His mother's name was Johanna Christiana. Hahnemann's birth house was at the corner at Meissen. Of course, he was born on the midnight of 10th April 1755. He studied his medical from Leipzig University at 1775. Hahnemann earned his MD degree from Erlangen. Let us go further on how did he shift to homeopathy. He was in 1790, Hahnemann was translating Cullen's Materia Medica, where he read a sentence that cinchona being bitter in taste cures malaria. And as you all know, from that day, from the line which Hahnemann read, that started the inquisitive mind of Hahnemann, and he started working on this new principle. And at 1796, he wrote a hypothesis on essay on new principle for the curative power of drugs and some examination of the previous principle. Hahnemann's first marriage, of course you all know, his name of the wife was Henriette Kuchler. He married on 17th November 1782. And Hahnemann's second marriage, 32-year-old Madame Melanie de Harley, 18th January 1835. Life and works involves a lot of writings from Materia Medica Pura to the chronic diseases. Lot of works by Hahnemann, that is all given in books. I'll add few things from Hahnemann's life which makes it very interesting to study. He died at 5 am in the morning on 2nd July 1843. And he was first buried in this cemetery in Paris and reburied at Père Lachaise Cemetery, Paris. Let us see some of the interesting part in Hahnemann's life which changed a lot of people's life. Let me give an incident of 1830, a wonderful cure. There was an army doctor named Dr. Julius A. Now, Dr. Julius A was an army surgeon, and he met with an accident where he had fallen on the shoulder, and there was a swelling in the shoulder, pain in the elbow. He treated with a lot of other, at that time, allopathy medicine shown to surgeons, his colleagues, but that paralytic weakness of the arm remained for a long time in spite of all the treatment. And he did a lot of other treatment, but in spite of all, that never healed. And there was so much swelling in the arm and shoulder that even on slightest touch, he had a lot of pain. His whole body was emaciated. His face, left side of the face was emaciated. The pulse became weak. There was coldness of the body. The digestion also weakened. There was enlargement of the bones, the clavicles, the sacrum. And he operated that also, but with no result. That affected his life. At that time, he had heard about Dr. Hahnemann. So he wrote all his symptoms to Dr. Hahnemann and asked him for help. At that time, Hahnemann's first question to him was, this disease is constitutional. You might have an itch in the past. So Dr. Julius started thinking, did he have it? And he told Hahnemann that years back he had a prick on the finger by a lancet and there was an abscess. So he treated their abscess with caustic. The soreness remained for a long time. For that he had applied ointment. This was the depth of case taking of Dr. Hahnemann, and Dr. Julius was convinced that whatever Hahnemann sir was asking was exactly what had happened to him. Hahnemann sent him some powders. For the first week there was no improvement and new symptoms started coming. But gradually, week by week, his symptom ameliorated, and by the 5th week, all the swelling of the shoulder, of the elbow reduced. He could lift up the hand without ease, and there was no pain, and he regained his strength. And he writes that for 8 years, till 8 years now, I have no recurrence of symptom, and he cured that paralytic weakness of the arms of Dr. Julius. And as the history says, then Dr. Julius turned to homeopathy. He became a student of Hahnemann and he started practicing and studying homeopathy. Second instance, a lot of people ask that did Hering met Hahnemann? Yes also and no also. In 1820, when Hering was studying in Leipzig, at that time he used to meet Dr. Hahnemann, as Dr. Rauf writes, because both of them were studying medicine. But when Hering got converted into homeopathy, at that time Hahnemann never met Hering. So we can say Hering, when he became a homeopath, never met Hahnemann. This is a very important event in Hahnemann's life. Now, as we all say that it's classical homeopathy, we always give single remedy, single dose, whereas Hahnemann mentioned this. Now, if you see in 1797, as early as 1797, in Huffland's journal, Hahnemann says, one single remedy at one time, and I did not repeat the second dose until the first dose action had expired, and that gave me satisfactory cures to the patient, and I also was satisfied with the result. He writes in the Organ of Medicine Para 272 that single remedy at one time and no polypharmacy. Then we should also remember, how did Hahnemann die, or how did he expire? You must know that Hahnemann was suffering from bilious diarrhea with intermittent fever, and because of that his strength started sinking. First it amazed the tertian form, and then gradually the quotidian form, and then bronchitis senile started, and in 3 days his started sinking. At the time of his death, he bid adieu to his wife, to his friends, and commended himself to God. A very beautiful line. Hahnemann says that God owes me nothing, but I owe God much, yea all. And then with this memorable word, he takes the last breath. See the depth of what Hahnemann says in this. Next, you should, of course, this is the few points from Hahnemann's history which makes us think of the life of Hahnemann. Now, as a personality, we must understand how was Dr. Hahnemann, sir. His house still is the same 3-story building. Hahnemann had no vices. He only had this of lighting a pipe. As far as his handwriting goes, his handwriting was small, neat, but very firm. Now we must understand what was the day-to-day activity of Dr. Hahnemann. He woke up at 6 a.m. in summer and 7 a.m. in winters. First of all, after waking up, he drank warm milk, lighted his pipe, and then went for a stroll in his garden. He had some fruits, the seasonal fruits, at 10 o'clock in the afternoon, and he had dinner at 12 o'clock. Now, what did he like in his food? Hahnemann liked strong beef tea, chicken, or doves, and roasted tarks. He also liked cabbage, beans, and spinach. After eating, he slept for 1 hour, and then he started seeing patient till 7 o'clock. After 7 o'clock, he had his supper. Warm milk in winters and beer and bread in summers. Hahnemann only had a pet dog which he used to stroll with him in the garden. And till 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night, he used to bruise himself to studies, to writing books. This is the day of Hahnemann. How did he pass his day? What did he wear? He wear short trousers, shoes with buckles as a boy. As a physician, he always wore a dark velvet cap, black silk necktie and vest, and a gown and long trousers. In summers, he used to wear cotton stockings, and in winter, woolen stocking and fur boots. And as you can always guess, Hahnemann liked to play only one game, and that was chess. Hahnemann was buried at the Paris Centenary, Père Lachaise. You must remember what was written in that tomb. A very beautiful saying was written on that tomb, and that goes like this: standing between the inorganic and the organic world, uniting them for the benefit of sick, earning their gratitude, looking towards eternity. Samuel Hahnemann, benefiter of mankind. This is in small a tribute to our master, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, born on the midnight of 10th April 1755 and breathed his last at 5 a.m. in the morning on 2nd July 1843. So friends, today we celebrate the birth anniversary of Dr. Hahnemann. Hail Hahnemann, hail homeopathy. Thank you.